Okay, day 11, a few days before Christmas. I worked last night. I got off from work and came home, took a shower right away, and then I had to go to Walmart and get my booster shot. I decided to go ahead and get a booster shot. I had Pfizer 1 and 2, and so I went ahead and, like I said, did the booster shot. I know there's controversy around it for some. A lot of people that I work with don't believe in it and don't think it's good, but I'm not doing it for myself. I'm doing it for everybody else. And I don't know who's to believe and who's right, who's wrong, but I just know that I'm trying to, it's not about me. It's about everybody else. And so that's why I'm doing it. Also, Gary Vaynerchuk, 12 and a half, that's why I'm doing these push-ups, and then the exercises afterwards. And I probably won't sleep today. I was up all night. I prayed for my niece, her mom. She's in the hospital with COVID-related pneumonia. So I haven't heard any news. Good news, I mean, hopefully no news is good news. We'll find out, but that's what's going on, okay? I'm not gonna stall anymore. All right, do a little bit more of those other exercises. Gotta be real here. Talk about hard to do things, talk about health, talk about life, talk about people not getting along. That being said, I'm trying to be totally transparent here. I worked last night. Came home, didn't feel so great because I was tired, but I took a shower, and once a week I give myself an enema, and I did a coffee enema, and then I went and got my Pfizer shot. They say to help the symptoms of the second shot and the second booster, it's good to get make sure you drink some kind of electrolyte drink. So Gatorade or something that has electrolytes in it, energy booster drink. I do not feel like drinking a Gatorade, so I'm going to drink something else that doesn't have sugar in it. However, it does have caffeine. And the push-ups that you saw me do, I probably wouldn't have been able to do as much had I not had caffeine in my system. And had I been tired. But also doing those exercises, the ones where I'm arched and back on the floor there, it doesn't really feel real good on the scrotum sac. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. And again, not to be funny, but some days it doesn't bother me. I've had a hernia on both sides, and the last time was on the left. So I've got to be careful, and sometimes you have pain, especially after I give myself an enema. Sometimes all of the liquid doesn't get out. I was kind of in a rush today, so at any rate, that's what's going on. And so doing that particular exercise was a little more painful today than it usually is. So I don't know if it was that I was literally bumping my scrotum there, or if I was just feeling the effects of still having the cramps in the bowels. But you just have to deal with these things. Letting you know this stuff, so when you get to be 66, you can do some preventive maintenance. A lot of times you go to the doctor, you have issues, and they're going to give you medicines that only address your symptoms. Meaning, if you've got a high fever because you have an infection, they don't, no, that's not true. If you have a high fever because you have an illness, they don't treat the illness anymore. They just treat the symptoms. So if you have a runny nose, they stop your runny nose, but they don't don't help you combat the virus. And so anyway, if you want to get better, you really have to take your health into your own hands. And the body is an amazing thing if you work it hard and vigorously. I said diligently too, but vigorously. Anyway, I'm rambling, so I'm going to shut off. That's what I'm doing here, and then I'll talk more on the second video. But I don't think I will rest today. Actually sleep. I took a shower this morning, but I'm probably now going to get into my sweats, do my yoga, and then take my cold shower. And I have been finding that even in the wintertime and all, what Wim Hof suggests when you first start doing a cold shower is that you do a regular shower and then turn it to cold at the end for like 2 minutes. Well, I'm up to about 5 minutes. But after I get out of a cold shower, about 15-20 minutes later, I'm freezing cold. I am freezing cold. I mean freezing cold and shaking and shivering, and I'm that way almost all day. If I start to exercise and build up my heat, then I might be a little better. And in the summertime, it's okay, because you'll definitely warm up. But in the wintertime, it's really difficult. Sometimes it's good to shiver, because if you have arthritis like I do, you suddenly don't feel the effects of arthritis. You suddenly don't feel all sore, and you feel like you did back when you were in high school and a kid, although you're shivering and shaking. That's one point of this. But what I found now is if I take a 5-minute shower, and then maybe I get out and I shave, but then I take a hot shower after that, and put it right over my head and let it go down, and just like I do a cold shower, the water comes down on these sides of these nerves here on the side of your head. That regulates the heat of your whole body. Well, then I find that I can handle the cold a lot better. So that's what works for me. And also, if I want to make myself alert, and if I want to change my circadian rhythm, sleep rhythm, because I worked last night. If I stay up during the day, I'm going to sleep better at night. But if I take my cold shower in the morning, that gets my body temperature up, because you take your cold shower and your body works to get your temperature up. And you want your temperature to be lowest in the morning and then higher during the day, and then at night it starts to drop off. But when I work nights, it kind of switches. So I'll do my when I get up at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, when I'm working, on days that I go to work at 7 at night and I stay up till 7 in the morning, I will, in fact, get up, do my exercises, and then I will take a cold shower, and then maybe followed by a hot shower, and then I'll head off to work. But the earlier in the morning, I can take the cold shower when I'm on days off, and the earlier in the morning that I can get out and get sun on my body, the better and quicker I can switch over to sleeping at nights again. Because sometimes you come home, you sleep a little bit, and then when you try to go to bed at night, you can't sleep. Other people have said, I can't sleep. I work with people at the factory, and they have the same problem. So this is what I do to combat that. Usually I take one little quick nap in the morning, but if I have to take it more in the afternoon, then it kind of shoots my whole day. And again, I don't sleep so well at night. So I'm trying to stay up, and since I did have some caffeine, that's it. But when I start to wean myself off caffeine, because I don't take a lot of caffeine, and I can start seeing that I can take a cup of coffee the next day or tea the next day, but then when I finally wean myself off caffeine, I get a headache, I get muscle cramps, and so I got to be careful. There's nothing wrong with caffeine. It's like that adage. There's nothing wrong, there's nothing right or wrong in heaven and earth, only thinking makes it so. But in excess is when it's a problem. So I try to use coffee strategically. I try to use tea strategically. I could be addicted to sugar, so I have to watch that. But that's what I'm finding the balance. It's the holidays. I am going overboard with indulgence and things like that, and I'm starting to feel the effects of it, because if I get too much on sugar, I start to get like colds and allergy type symptoms. So anyway, I am rambling, but I am being transparent of what's going on here. And if I had done these push-ups right away, before I had the enema and before I went and got my shot, I wouldn't have been able to do as many. But I'm kind of jacked right now on a little bit of coffee. So anyway, that's it. I'm rambling. Bye.